What's up, guys? I'm back for another video. Sorry it took me so long, but I was trying to get more information about football because I didn't want to be making predictions in, I don't know, May or April or whenever I made the other one. So I was gathering more information from training camp and all that, and here I am. Alright, let's get into it. New England versus Miami. So I think New England, they're definitely the better team. They have Bill Belichick, Tom Brady, Julian Edelman, so on. Miami, they're not really that good, but New England never really plays good against Miami. Because if you look at the track record, Tom Brady never plays good at Miami. If you look at his track record, it's not so good. And so that's why I'm going to take the Dolphins. Okay, Houston and Jacksonville. So Deshaun Watson, DeAndre Hopkins, amazing chemistry. But Jalen Ramsey, AJ Boye, Josh Allen, Calais Campbell. The Texans never really start off that hot. Yeah. Oh, also, Jaguars start good usually, or at least last year they did, going 3-0. So I'm taking the Jaguars. All right, Indianapolis versus Tennessee. Indianapolis is just the better team. Like, they have Darius Leonard, Andrew Luck, T.Y. Hilton. They got second in the division last year. They could have gotten first if they had a better start. And that's why I'm taking Indianapolis. All right, Kansas City versus Oakland. This one is just plain and simple. Just Patrick Mahomes and Travis Kelce. Maybe Tyreek Hill, depending on if he gets suspended or not. But Patrick Mahomes and Travis Kelce. And then they can't. Oakland doesn't have a good enough offense or defense to keep up with Kansas City, and so the Chiefs win. Cleveland and New York. This game is interesting because Cleveland, I believe, they're a really talented team, but they I feel like they're gonna choke. Because at the end of the day, they're still Cleveland. But I mean, the Jets, they have Jamal Adams, Quinnen Williams, Leonard Williams, Sam Darnold, Le'Veon Bell, C.J. Mosley. But I think it's going to be a really close game. I think it's going to be a really good game. But at the end of the day, the Browns are going to win. All right. San Francisco versus Cincinnati. Jimmy Garoppolo's coming back. He's going to be healthy. He's going to be feeling good. And at the end of the day, the Bengals are still the Bengals. San Francisco has Jimmy G, Dante Pettis, Deebo Samuel, Marquise Goodwin, Richard Sherman, who personally I think fell off. But, and then they also got Nick Bosa. They have DeForest Buckner. San Francisco's going to win. Buffalo and New York. I think Buffalo's just going to win it. The only reason I think it'll be semi-close is because Saquon Barkley. And then maybe if Daniel Jones starts, he can try and do stuff. But I think it's mainly going to be Saquon Barkley if If the Giants are going to be in that game, it's going to be because of Saquon Barkley. But the Bills are still going to win because they're good. They're a rising team. And so the Bills win it. Okay. Chargers, Lions. The Lions are building up their own team. They got Justin Coleman. They had a really good free agency. But at the end of the day, Derwin James is just going to smack TJ Hawkinson. And then I don't think the Lions, they had a good season, and they could be decent this year, but I just don't think they're going to be able to beat the Chargers with all that the Chargers have. Baltimore versus Arizona. This is kind of the same thing. Arizona, they're building up a team, but so is Baltimore, and Baltimore has the second best defense in the NFL. They got Earl Thomas, Marlon Humphrey. Oh, that's kind of it. Now, they have more than, you know what I mean. They're not going to lose this game to Arizona because I'm a believer in Kyler Murray. He can make some throws, but Earl Thomas is just going to make a pick.
Yeah. So that's probably going to happen. Seattle at Pittsburgh. Okay, this one is really hard to predict because I think Seattle is a better team, but Pittsburgh usually does better. Pittsburgh does good in the beginning of the year, usually, and Seattle usually doesn't do that good in the beginning of the year. But I think Seattle is a much better team. I think this is going to be a really close game. Like, come down to the wire. But I think it's going to be the Seahawks up by like a field goal or a touchdown, and then the Steelers have to go and tie it or win, and they're going to fail like they did in the video I'm about to show you and the other video I'm about to show you.
Except for Ben buying time here. 3rd and goal. Over the top and intercepted! Ball comes out!
Next game is going to be Chicago and Denver. This one's really easy for me to pick. It's going to be the Bears. They have the best defense in the NFL, led by Khalil Mack, Akeem Hicks, Kyle Fuller, Eddie Jackson. And then they have top 15 QB in Mitch Trubisky. And they have the human joystick Tariq Cohen on offense. And then Denver, really all they have is Von Miller and Bradley Chubb. They drafted Noah Fant and Drew Lock, but Drew Lock probably isn't even going to be the starter over Joe Flacco. And they're just not going to be able to get past the Bears' defense or be able to stop the Bears' offense. So I'm choosing the Bears. Carolina and Tampa Bay. I'm going to take the Panthers because they are... No, they're not they are. They have Christian McCaffrey and Super Cam. They have Cam Newton, Christian McCaffrey. They did lose Devin Funchess, but they still have DJ Moore. And then on defense, they have Luke Kuechly, second best linebacker in the NFL. And then they also have Dante Jackson. Tampa Bay, they have Jameis Winston, who's a mediocre quarterback at best. All they have is like Mike Evans, and then they have Devin White. That's it. They did sign Ndamukong Suh, but they also lost Gerald McCoy, and so I don't think they're going to be able to get past that against Carolina. All right, Minnesota at Green They always have good games, especially in the beginning of the season. Last season they tied. On one hand, they have Green Bay with Aaron Jones, Devontae Adams, the Clutch King himself, Aaron Rodgers, Jimmy Graham. And then on defense, they have Adrian Amos. I know they signed 2 more big playmakers, one from the Ravens and another one from the Redskins. I just can't remember their names. And then on the other hand, we have the Vikings with Kirk Cousins, the overpaid quarterback, Adam Thielen, top 10 wide receiver, maybe even top 5, Stephon Diggs, top 15, maybe even top 10 wide receiver, Kyle Rudolph, Irv Smith Jr., Dalvin Cook. And then on defense, they have Xavier Rhodes, Harrison Smith, Danielle Hunter, Anthony Barr. But I don't think, Green Bay always starts off hot, no matter what season they're in. In Minnesota, I don't think they're going to be able to stop the Clutch King, the bad man, Aaron Rodgers. So that's why I'm taking Green Bay. All right, Dallas and Washington. Washington's mediocre at best. Case Keenum might be their starting quarterback, which would be terrible. I mean, they did draft Dwayne Haskins, though, but they lost Jamison Crowder. Yeah. And then that's like overpaying Josh Norman. They don't really have any playmakers. And Dallas has Zeke, Dak, Amari, and then on defense they have Byron Jones. Oh, Jason Witten's coming back. He's coming back to the NFL after retirement because of how terrible he was as an announcer. It's actually so funny how bad he was. But I mean, he was a good football player, and Washington's just not going to be able to stop Dallas. New Orleans, LA. This one's going to be a fun game to watch. This one is going to be awesome. Drew Brees, Jared Goff, Todd Gurley, Alvin Kamara, Michael Thomas, Cooper Kupp. On defense, Marshawn Lattimore and Aqib Talib. It's just insane. But I think the Saints are the best team in the NFL. I think the only reason they lost the NFC Championship game was because of bad reffing or bad officiating or whatever you want to call it. And they could have won the Super Bowl. And they're the best team in the NFL, so they're going to win this game. Atlanta and Philadelphia. This game is going to be close. This is going to be a good game. I don't know. Because Philadelphia, they have Carson. They lost Jay Ajayi. Their starting running back, their best running back, they lost him. I'm pretty sure he's still a free agent. He hasn't been signed. And then, but they have Alshon Jeffrey, Nelson Aguilar, and then they drafted J.J. Arcega-Whiteside. I'm not sure I said that name right. Yeah, sorry if I didn't. And then on defense, they have Jalen Mills coming back. They have Jordan Hicks, Brandon Graham, Fletcher Cox. But on the other hand, Atlanta, they have Julio Jones, Matt Ryan, Devontae Freeman's healthy. Again, they have Calvin Ridley, Austin Hooper. I mean, he's an okay tight end. And then on defense, they have DeMonte KZ, Keanu Neal, Deion Jones. I think this is going to be a really close game. But in the end, I think Atlanta's just going to win it. All right. Week 3. Let's go. Tennessee at Jacksonville. This one is going to be a very interesting game because last time they played, it was not looking good for Jacksonville. Derrick Henry ran all over them. Just like, I don't know. It's gonna be a battle. Jaguars signed Nick Foles. Really, they have one of the best defenses in the NFL, top 5. And then they drafted Josh Allen to. It's just gonna be crazy. But Tennessee drafted AJ Brown. Josh Allen's going to have to try and get Marcus Mariota. I think that's going to be good. Trying to see Marcus Mariota escape Saxonville. But in the end, I think Tennessee's going to win. I think these two are going to split the series, though. Because they're both, like, equal, pretty much. I just think Jacksonville's a little bit better. But in this game, I think Tennessee's going to win in a battle, in an absolute battle. All right, Buffalo and Cincinnati. I'm just going to keep this. I'm just going to make it easy. Buffalo, they have top 10 defense. In Cincinnati, the only top 10 thing they have is A.J. Green, who's a top 10 wide receiver. And they have a good wide receiver core, but I don't really think a good wide receiver core and then Joe Mixon is going to be able to, like, beat the Bills with Josh Allen. Josh Allen, Cole Beasley. Oh, wow, that's actually kind of it. Whatever. I don't think the Bengals are going to win this. I think either the Bengals or the Dolphins are the worst team in the NFL. I just don't see it being a close game. I could see the Bengals being 0-3. All right. Kansas City, Baltimore. The best offense in the NFL against the second best defense in the NFL. Maybe the worst defense in the NFL versus a not super cool or not super flashy offense. I mean, they could get it done, but they're not that good on offense. So it's kind of just going to be like Patrick Mahomes against Earl Thomas, or the Chiefs offense versus the Chiefs defense. Let's put it that way. Last time these two played, it was absolutely, I don't even have words to describe it. It was a battle. It was a battle till the end. They went into overtime where Patrick Mahomes won it. But now the Ravens have Earl Thomas, but the Chiefs also lost maybe Tyreek. They might have lost Tyreek Hill. But then Baltimore, I think I might have said lost. Earl Thomas. The Ravens got Earl Thomas. But they also lost C.J. Mosley and Terrell Suggs, and I think that's gonna hurt them. It's gonna be insane. It's gonna be It's gonna be such a good game. I can't wait to watch it. But in the end, Patrick Mahomes and the Chiefs are gonna win it. New York and New England. This one, I think the Jets are a good team. Or I think they can be a good team. They have the second best safety in the NFL, Jamal Adams, right behind Earl Thomas. And then they have Sam Darnold, he has a lot of potential. They have Le'Veon Bell, best running back. This is going to be a very, very good game. Because, again, New England doesn't really start that good. But again, it's Bill Belichick. I can't go against Bill Belichick against the Jets. I think the Jets could be a good team later on, but I'm still going to choose the Patriots because of the best coach ever. Houston and LA. This one is just, it's going to be, I don't know. The Texans have the best wide receiver in the NFL, DeAndre Hopkins, a top 10 quarterback, Deshaun Watson, but their offensive line is absolutely horrendous, like terrible. And then the Chargers' pass rush is lethal, just absolutely lethal. I think it's going to be a pretty good game, but in the end, the Texans, they're killing themselves because they lost some players in the secondary. Tyrann Mathieu, no, definitely like really good, but they're killing themselves, not signing players, not having a good free agency, and I think that's what's going to kill them. Also, their offensive line, Phillip Rivers and the Chargers win it. All right, Indianapolis and Atlanta. This is going to be a good game. In the end, though, Indianapolis has, I don't even have words. Like, it's just, they're really good. Last year, they started 1-5 because Andrew Luck was a little rusty from not playing for a whole year. And they went 10-6. They lost one game in that season from week 7 to 17. That's just insane. And then they made it to the divisional round, but lost to the Chiefs. Atlanta, they went 7-9 last year. Yes, they did have a ton of injuries, but I don't think they're good enough to stop Andrew Luck and T.Y. Hilton, Marlon Mack, and then amazing offensive line of Indianapolis's. They're just not going to be able to win. All right, Dallas and Miami. Yeah, this is going to be ugly. This is just going to be, whew. Dallas is going to absolutely obliterate the Dolphins. Like, it's not even going to be close, in my opinion, or what I'm predicting. I think the Dolphins don't really have anybody. I mean, the only good thing they really did was move Minkah Fitzpatrick to safety. And that's like, okay, you're still not going to be able to stop Zeke, Amari Cooper, Dak Prescott, Jason Witten, and then you're not going to be able to get past their offense. I think Josh Rosen's not good enough to lead the Dolphins to wins. He was going to be, I don't know, at a loss of words. That's how bad they are. I'm taking Dallas. I said it earlier in the video, either Miami or Cincinnati is going to be the worst team in the NFL. I'm at a loss of words. I can't. All right, Green Bay and Denver. Okay. Aaron Rodgers against Joe Flacco or Drew Lock. I'm just going to break this one down because I'm not really sure how good the Packers are going to be. And so we can't really, is it going to be Drew Lock being the starter? Flacco. But either way, Aaron Rodgers is better. And then the Packers also have better wide receivers. The Broncos have a better tight end and a better running back. So it'll be 2-2. And then on defense, better secondary goes to the Packers. Better pass rush goes to the Broncos. Linebacking core, I'd have to say Packers, and Packers win it. Minnesota or Oakland. I'm just going to keep this plain and simple. It's going to be pretty short. Minnesota wins. Oakland is just... they still have to get their rhythm. They're still rebuilding. All right. Pittsburgh and San Francisco. This one's going to be a very, 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 very good game. Pittsburgh, like I said, usually does well in the beginning of the season. I think San Francisco is going to do well this season, but I just don't think that they're ready to beat Pittsburgh yet. I think they have to grow into themselves a little bit, and then they could, win. So I'm taking Pittsburgh. Plus, nobody on the Niners can guard Juju, even Richard Sherman, because he fell off. Or he's not as good anymore, is what I mean. All right. LA or Cleveland? Okay, this one's gonna be a really good game, because the Rams, they're a good team. We all know that. Like I said earlier in the video, all their good stuff. And then Cleveland, though. Odell, Jarvis Landry, David Njoku. Kareem Hunt wouldn't be back yet, but Nick Chubb, Baker Mayfield, Greedy Williams, Olivier Vernon, Sheldon Richardson, Myles Garrett, Denzel Ward. But I don't think that Baker Mayfield has enough experience against good teams to be able to win, and that's why I'm taking LA. I think it's going to be a really close game. I'm excited to watch it. It's going to be really good, but I'm taking the Rams. All right, Detroit and Philadelphia. I'm going to have to say Philadelphia, because Detroit, I think they're going to start off slow this season. I think they're going to have to progress and grow into themselves. And Philadelphia, they're trying to regain what they had in their Super Bowl season, where they went 13-3. And winning this game gets them one step closer. And so they're going to win. All right, Tampa Bay and New York. Saquon Barkley. That's all I'm going to say. That's the only reason I'm choosing the Giants to win. Saquon Barkley. Just Saquon Barkley. Yeah. Arizona and Carolina. Kyler Murray is phenomenal. He's fast. He can throw. He knows how to get out of situations. But Cam Newton can do that too. Plus, he's bigger and stronger. Plus, they're not going to have Patrick Peterson for the first... I can't remember if it was 6 or 8 games of the season, but the Panthers are going to win. All right. Seattle at New Orleans, or New Orleans at Seattle, my bad. The Saints, I said it earlier in the video, they are the best team in the NFL. They would have won the Super Bowl if they had better officiating. I'm not a Saints fan, by the way. Just putting that out there. So you don't think I'm biased. And then the Seahawks, they're a good team. They have a nice young rookie core. I think of DK Metcalf as the next Calvin Johnson or Julio Jones. Like, he's a freak of nature. And then they have Russell Wilson, the third best quarterback in the NFL. Oh, tell me if I should do a tier list of quarterbacks. I mean, I'm getting kind of sidetracked, but I want video ideas. So comment, and I'll check them out. But Drew Brees, the best quarterback in the NFL. Michael Thomas, third best wide receiver. Alvin Kamara, top 5 running back. Seattle, I think it's going to be a good game. Like, I think it's going to be a really good game. I want to watch it. But New Orleans is going to win. They're the better team. Yeah. Okay. Chicago and Washington. This is just... That's going to be ugly. It's not even going to be close. It's blowout. Washington's going to win. No, I'm just kidding. Chicago's going to obliterate Washington. Like I said, best defense in the NFL, top 15 QB. Yeah, they're going to win. All right. Yeah.